Communication in our daily lives. Communication is vital. We use it in our everyday lives to help us build and maintain both our personal and our professional relationships. It is ever-changing and is also dominated by the written language. Communication is not a one-way street, but a two-way street, where messages are sent and received simultaneously between two or more people. New connections. New connections are hard to establish, but once you establish them, they're easier to maintain. Most professions require the need to reach out and make new connections, like in retail businesses, search out new wholesale suppliers, or in professions like graphic design, where making new and lasting connections is important to their success. Knowing how to communicate can make the difference. Doesn't matter what line of work you're in, whether you're a plumber, a musician, or a business person, knowing how to communicate can really send you on your way. Technology has made communication easier than ever. Now you can pick up a telephone, you can choose to call, text, or even email straight from your phone. The basics are the same, you're still talking to somebody, but it's the delivery that changes. Communication begins with language, the distinctive ability which has made possible the evolution of human society. Before email, text, video chat, and instant messages, all we had was good old snail mail. Younger generations will never know the pain of having to wait until long distance minutes kicked in. Basics of communication stay the same. Why is the delivery so important? Well, just like our clothes go in and out of style, so do phrases. And how we talk on a personal level is so important. It influences things like our movies, television, art, literature. As they change, so do we. For example, cavemen used to send messages with their cave paintings. We can only speculate as to what their intended message was. The paintings are simple drawings to us, but would have made more sense to the people from that time. Example number 2, Shakespeare. Shakespeare has written many plays, Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Midsummer Night's Dream, but one thing in common, they all seem to be written in another language other than English. Just like this quote from Romeo and Juliet. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Why didn't he just say something like, why are you named Romeo? Or why did you have to be named Romeo? The point is, we really don't talk like that anymore, and you could really find so many different ways to say that one line. Today, our communication is a little less formal and a bit more direct. What about our professional communication? Well, unlike personal, we don't want to use slang or text lingo. Heaven forbid our boss hear us use LOL or, be right back. Nobody wants to hear that. You will come across as immature or unintelligent. Employers value communication skills. Employers look for people who can do both face-to-face and writing extremely well. Knowing how to communicate properly can make the difference of if your intended message was received the way you wanted it to. And technology is making business and professionals just have way more opportunities. You can have a face-to-face meeting from somebody on the East Coast and never leave your cozy West Coast office. But on the flip side, we tend to do more writing. We tend to send more emails, more memos. Heck, we even send a lot more text messages communicating with people and a lot less phone calls. Well, that sums up this. Thank you for coming.